the project because I was working for another website at the time.
Oh, right.
So it was a little bit hush-hush.
Didn't you also mean it for people? One thing was like that people weren't engaged.
We're privileged, aren't we?
Thanks for letting me sit with cool kids too.
Yeah.
See, so I was thinking about it. I was thinking, what does Generation Hush stand for? And I thought, is it like a new movement of people who are sick of being told to shut up by the man? You know, because that's what's happening. It's like society, the government, the media is all trying to silence young people. They're trying to silence us and censor us and stop us from expressing ourselves, from coming together, under the banner of unity and love and friendship and music. They're trying to shut us up because if they shut us up, then they've got control of us. And if they shut us up, they know where we are, they know what we're thinking, they know what we're doing. So I thought Generation Hush, that's what we are. We're Generation Silence, but not today at Slam Dunk. Not at Slam Dunk.
We're loud today.
Just loud.
We're Generation fuck you, fuck them all, fuck them all, Slam Dunk.
Oh, this got political quickly.
It's not political. See, this is the thing. It's not political. A lot of people think I'm some kind of like protest singer or whatever, and it's like, I'm from Wakefield, right? Which is this like real it's gentrified now, but it's very like run down, like ex-mining town, like in the north of England. And it's like one of those places where like there's no jobs, there's nothing to do, there's nothing for young people, and it's kind of like you haven't had a good night out unless you've got completely blasted out of your mind, got in a fight with somebody, catcalled somebody, or stuck your hand up their skirt and been on the receiving end of that. And that's what it's like. It's a really hostile kind of place. A lot of people are like really, really angry, but they kind of don't know why, and like that's like. And I grew up in the aftermath of like the miners' strike, as in like a single parent family, we were like struggling to make ends meet, and I was like growing up, and I was like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? And I realised it's because there's no jobs. Everybody's pissed off. There's no jobs. There's nothing to do. Everyone's sick of like being treated like shit, So like because I'm like a working class woman and I'm from Wakefield, and my first album was like written from that working class sort of perspective, because I'm just singing about what I see and what I think and what I feel. People were like, she's a protest singer, and it's like, no, I'm just saying what I see.
You're just writing what was on your mind at that.
Yeah, exactly. And which so it begs the question: is that why is a young person speaking their mind considered to be such a radical political act nowadays? And it comes back full circle to Generation Hush. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because they want us to be quiet. So if we speak our mind, they try and shut us down. It's like, nah, you're a protest singer. Oh, you're too political. Oh, don't want to rock the boat. Don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers.
We're
conform.
Any opinion about anything is being political.
I was thinking about this, and we're kind of finding that with like Andrew Griffiths, because like we've got a podcast as well, and we had the local Conservative MP on 6 months ago. Yeah. And as soon as the election was called, we sent him an email and said, "Come back on. We'll get the Labour policy campaigner." Silence. Yeah. Because when it was for his means and we were just talking about what he was doing positive in the local community, he was more than happy to do it. But when we were considering putting him up and actually having a conversation with him about why they should be voting for him, that's it. Yeah. Silence. So I know what you mean, like when it suits kind of being able to talk and having a voice as this generation, when it suits other people, they're happy for it, but when it's not in their means, they do want us to show up.
But that's politics all over in the media. It's all manipulation. It's all manipulation to suit whatever that person's agenda is at the time. A few years ago, I did a BBC 5 interview with this guy called John Pienaar, and he's got this show called Pienaar's Politics, where they debunk everything that's happened like during the week or whatever. And at the time, they were doing a segment on protest music, so they asked me to do this interview and all the rest of it. So there was me and there was this guy from this band called Peace, and then they had a load of Conservative MPs on there as well, talking about protest music, and they were all going, oh yeah, it's so the times they are changing, Bob Dylan, oh I love Bob Dylan. It's like, no, we hate you, we're singing against you, you're trying to take the power away from us. That's what they're doing. They would, because if you get all these people in power like suddenly going, oh yeah, Bob Dylan's cool, or like whoever the modern day contemporary like equivalent is, it strips them of the power to say something. But again, they're doing it to suit their own agenda. Yeah. Oh look, we're cool, we'll just Bob Dylan. Like even like when remember years ago when like Tony Blair was playing that Telecaster, and what was it? Was it Boris when he had the capo on the wrong way round, and like everyone was like laughing at him? And Theresa May with her freaking chips. It's like look how cool and like down with people we are. It's like nah. Anyway, I've just completely sat down at your table and I've just started interviewing you, and I'm just totally taking over.
It's great.
Causing trouble. So.
Have you seen Kerrang's post with Jeremy Corbyn today? With Sam from Architects and Will from Creeper have interviewed Jeremy Corbyn.
That's excellent. I was told about that because they asked me to ask Jeremy Corbyn a question.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they've put it on there or anything.
Did you? So you sent one over?
Yeah. What I wanted to ask Jeremy Corbyn is because basically like what is it? Something like 84% of cuts since 2010 have come out of the pockets of women, and they're cutting benefits and all kind of like organisations that benefit the community. They're just cutting it all left, right, and centre. So obviously immediately they go for the most vulnerable people in society, which is disabled people of colour, LGBT community, elderly, children and women. And what it is there's currently there's nothing put in place by the DWP to protect women who are experiencing or have experienced domestic violence. So for example, like if you're experiencing domestic violence and something really bad's happened and you can't get to your appointment, like what they do is they just sanction you like straight up. There's just no legislation put in place to like train job centre advisors or their decision makers to try and assess each person's individual situation in a sensitive and considerate manner. Like so if somebody's like ill, like extremely ill, or experiencing abuse or whatever it is, they just get sanctioned. So if you're and for me as a woman who has experienced domestic abuse, the access to benefits and to support workers and homeless I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, basically having access to that and having access to job seekers allowance and those kind of benefits was my lifeline, and that was what helped me to be able to get away from my abuser. And I just think now, like several years later, when the benefits have been cut so much, there's so many other people experiencing that don't have access to what I had access to. So anyway, long story short, I asked Jeremy Corbyn, come on Jezza, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do to protect women experiencing domestic violence? Are you going to call on the DWP to be able to put some kind of protection or legislation in place that will stop them from sanctioning women experiencing domestic abuse? That was my question to Jeremy Corbyn.
I hope he's answered it. You hope he's.
Well, I hope he has as well, because it's very, very, very important. But he doesn't strike me as one of those guys that's going to like. Actually, no, I kind of think they're all the same. I was going to say maybe he wouldn't answer it to suit his agenda, but they are.
I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I watched the thing he did yesterday. Yeah. And like, I don't get why people don't like him, but at the same time, I know he's trying to portray himself in the best way. I always find it's hard to read politicians because it's difficult. Because I clearly like him, and he talks about points that to me resonate and sound true. But at the same time, is he doing it because what I'm seeing him be portrayed on is stuff that I identify with and I'm going to relate to, whereas obviously someone else might, where someone who's not in the same position as me might be in a different side of things than I.
It's alright. It's okay. I mean, I think like it's whether it's with anything. For some reason, people just don't like people who are trying to do good things. Whether it's like whether you're a songwriter or whether you've got a magazine or whether you're at school or you're at college or whatever it is. But anybody who's trying to do something good, there's always somebody who wants to like shoot it down and hate on it.
Piss on his chips, or piss on Theresa May's chips.
Yeah. Anyway, let's start the interview.
That's been going. I've been recording that. That's
up. Yeah. Good.
It all seems irrelevant though, doesn't it? How was the set?
Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Was it just you? Just play it on just yourself today?
Yeah,
it was on the smaller stage, wasn't it? So
on the upper stage. Yeah. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
I was stuck in here, so I didn't get across.
Yeah, a lot of people came. A lot of people came out. A lot of kids, which is good.
Is it difficult going? Because obviously I know like you're kind of having a full band sound. Is it quite easy for you to just not back into that kind of being on your own, or do you get accustomed to being with other people with the full band thing?
Well, I'm a solo artist, so I'm very privileged in that it works in all different kinds of ways. It's like I can play just me and my acoustic guitar, or I can play with a band, or I can go out and just busk in the street, which is what I was doing just after the set.
Really?
Yeah, I said to everybody, I said, if you want to hear more songs, I'm going to go busking. Well, not busking, but playing unplugged out in the street. So we had like a quite crowd, like sort of gathered round, and we were all sort of like singing and cheering and stuff. And some people who sort of missed the set, they were like shouting out requests and stuff. So it was great. It was really fun, and I think that that's kind of it's what festivals are all about, really. It's all about just people coming together, whether it's like in the arena, or on the raw stage, or whether it's like out in the street. It's just all about coming together and having a good time, really. And the beauty of being a solo artist is that you can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need electricity. There's nothing stopping you from just like getting your guitar out. I could get my guitar out right now, and nothing would be stopping me. And ultimately that's what punk rock's all about. Punk rock comes from the streets. So it's punk rock in its most organic form. Busking. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm still buzzing from the gig. I'm like,
So you do seem very excited, but then again, are you just normally quite?
Oh, I'm totally extreme. Yeah, like when I'm at home, I'm a bit of a recluse and stuff, and I've got depression and stuff. But then it's hard to not be excited at Slam Dunk. There's just a lot of great energy here and a lot of really good stuff going on. So I just can't help it but feel it's fucking Slam Dunk. It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity to be here as well.
You've got to do what you love doing on a stage, and then just doing it on the street. So it's
brilliant. It's brilliant. It's an absolute gift, to be able to play music. It's such a privilege, to be able to do that. So I'm so grateful, to be here. I remember my friend who's here. He says, Louise, in his Birmingham accent. He goes, Louise, do you remember? I can't even do it. But he says, do you remember that time when you said that you want to play Slam Dunk, but they won't book you because you're not cool enough? He says, well, look at you now. And I went, I know, right? I was like, does this mean I'm finally cool? Because I played Slam Dunk. But seriously, it's great.
Does it make the times when you are at home that bit sort of bleaker because of how amazing it is when you're doing this?
I think that when you're lucky to be able to travel and play music and create and connect with people, it's you'll play a gig or you play a festival or wherever you go, and you just meet so many amazing and different kinds of people when you're on the road, and it's really, really exciting. So you kind of pumps, the adrenaline's just running all the time, because it's just brilliant, playing and meeting people and stuff, and you're constantly stimulated. So then when you go home and you don't have that, and if you like me, if you're sensitive anyway, a lot of musicians are, and a lot of musicians battle with their mind and stuff. When you get home, you're oh god, I've woken up in the same place for 3 days. I'm on my own. Oh my god, shut up, brain. It's that kind of thing. So it's always the constant of two extremes. I don't know.
I'm going to jump to a question about festivals and obviously the summer, because one festival you're on, I know you're doing Wakefield at Glastonbury, which is the perfect place for you, but the other one that you're doing, which I had a conversation with Ren from the Petrol Guild about this, is Rebellion Fest. Now, I want to go to Rebellion Fest, and I'm probably going to get in trouble because I keep bringing this up. How is it for you playing Rebellion Fest? Because to me, it is full of sexist old dudes. like the crowd that I saw at Rebellion Fest last year, and a lot of the crowd that I saw at Rebellion Fest was old guys that are clearly conservative voters that think they're punk because that's what they were 20 years ago. And they just go and film a set where a young girl plays punk music. How do you kind of counteract something like that, where you've got someone who is clearly, or to me feels like they're only going about on a sexual basis?
Some of the things we hear.
Just to stare at a girl with a guitar. How do you counteract something like that? Would you even notice that? Is it something you ever picked up on?
Well, I mean, I've been lucky enough to play Rebellion like a handful of times now, and I started out busking in the street, and then went onto the main stage with my band, and I have to say that out of all the festivals I've played all over the world, that Rebellion does actually have, in my opinion, the highest percentage of female acts in comparison to the other festivals I've played at. So when you look at, for example, like Warped Tour, I think, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like 5% of the lineup had female band members. And I remember I played at Punk Rock Bowling in Las Vegas last year, and there was like, over the 3 days, there was all guy bands playing on the stages, and then there was only 4 women in total over the whole weekend, out of over like 100 guys. And then that was me and an all-girl band, and they were a local opener from Las Vegas, and I was like the international touring, like, solo acoustic act or whatever. I don't know what the statistics are for Slam Dunk, and I haven't really been around the festival enough to actually know or get a feel for it, but I don't think it's a problem that is exclusive to Rebellion. I mean, Rebellion's very good in like pushing female acts forward. I think that what you're talking about is symptomatic of punk rock and alternative rock as a whole. I mean, like, when you consider that over 50% of the these festival audiences, like Warped Tour, Punk Rock Bowling, Slam Dunk, Rebellion, it's all women, but the women aren't represented on the lineups and on the stages, so it's presenting a very like narrow-minded view of what it means to be a woman, and in the way that young men look at what it means to be a woman, but in also the position that women or young women view themselves in their scene. So it's like the only way to combat it, I think, is to have a higher female visibility on stage, like what they do at Rebellion, because if you have that, young women will look at that and say, if they can do it, I can do it too. And then young men will look at women and realise that the stage isn't just for boys, but the stage is for women too, and that women are also leaders, and that it's important to have the female voice within the punk rock or alternative scene as a whole. So and I mean, I have picked up on there being like creepy dudes at shows as well. Like there are a lot of creepy dudes, and I think that when you're a woman in music, you do attract that audience. And I mean, I get it as well. I get like creepy guys like coming to my shows as well. But I mean, as a whole, I mean, they're harmless.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just something that stood out to me last year. It's just that it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I couldn't work out why. And at the same time, the girls didn't seem bothered about it, but I obviously felt more bothered than perhaps the artist performing. I couldn't quite tag it.
I mean, I think that it's good that you're thinking about it, and that people are thinking about it. That's a good thing, I think the punk scene sort of does a pretty good job of sort of regulating itself, and calling out stuff like that's going on. I mean, my concern, personally, first and foremost, would be the young girls that are in the audience. I mean, I have been assaulted on stage before, and I've had all kinds of like shit happen to me. But I'm wakey lass, I can take care of myself, you know, but I would be more concerned about the safety for the young women in the audience, and I've not come across anything, and if anything happened at one of my shows, I'd just... I wouldn't deck them. Well, I don't know, what would I do? You don't know what you're going to do until you're in that situation, but it wouldn't continue, I'll put it that way, you know. I mean, that's all I have to say, really. I just think it's symptomatic of punk and music as a whole. It's very male-dominated, you know, and I think that it would be really great to see more festivals follow Rebellion Festival's lead, really.
Yeah,
you know,
the lineup, I remember Leeds, they did like an alternate poster where they just put a female act, and it was like, is it last year or the year before, it was literally just Marmozette.
Just Becky, But she's a great role model for young women, I think.
She's one of my favourite females.
Yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. She's just totally her own independent force, and it's really great to see that there are strong female leaders within the scene. For example, Ren from Petrol Girls, you know, Becca from Marmozette, Janine from Vukovic, she's fantastic, she's absolutely amazing. Is it Izzy from Black Honey? She's brilliant as well.
I've always understood about this as well, actually. I find it really difficult to like girls in bands because I find they either try and be sexy or they either try and be a bloke. Like, I feel like it's really hard for them to find themselves in a band. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not many women that seem comfortable in themselves the way that Becca does. Like, I feel like it's really hard for girls because they have to try and be something.
It is hard. It is hard because you got to, like, people got to remember, like, there's a lot of people making money out of our insecurities. You know, no matter how we identify our gender, you know, it's like there's a lot of people wanting to make money out of that. And when you see, like, you know, people like Becca on stage, it just sends out just such a great message for other young women. You know, that you don't have to be a certain way, you don't have to act a certain way, you don't have to look a certain way. You can do whatever you want in life and be yourself on your own terms, and being yourself is the best thing in the world. So, you know,
I remember the first time we saw Marmozette, like, Becca scared the shit out of me. She's just there was so much intensity, and like, it was on this boy funeral for a friend. You just weren't expecting this, because at that time she must have been 18, 19. She couldn't have been very old when this boy funeral friend. This girl to come out with so much intensity and aggression. It was and then you started listening. It's like, Jesus, can't wait for them to come back.
It's because people have this idea in their head about what it means to be a woman, and it's like, and when you get people that are, you know, like Becca, that are just totally going against the grain, people don't know how to react. And it's the same with me. Like, you would not believe how many people get pissed off just by one woman and an acoustic guitar, you know, because they don't know what to do, you know. So it's like, so they get people who just love it and then they get obsessed with it, but then you get people who are just scared of it, and then they try and shut it down. They're like, got to shut that bitch down, you know, because really they're scared. That's because they feel threatened by it, because it's something that they've never seen before. So I imagine, you know, Becca and, you know, and Ren and Janine and Izzy have all experienced the same thing. I think every woman who's paving their way, you know, like, experiences it, or anybody in general who is doing something different and trying to, you know, just sort of paving the way.
Should we talk about the single that came out yesterday? Because this is a press interview. Are you happy to finally have ours? I know the video's been kicking about for a little while, but it's now out there for people to get their hands on. Well,
I'm really happy that the song's come out. It is definitely a taster of what's to come on the new album. Released my first album, Dreams from the Factory Floor, in 2013, then officially in 2015. So it's definitely a taster of what to expect, which is, you know, harder hitting lyrics, harder hitting concept, much bigger sound, you know, the full band sound, you know, deeper deeper layers, deeper textures, and it's all been brought to life by a really great team that I've been working with, which was recorded at Perivale Studios with this guy called Pat Collier, who was the engineer on Dreams from the Factory Floor, Steve Whale, who was also the producer on Dreams from the Factory Floor, and it was mixed and mastered by Ross Peterson, who did the Vamps records, and like he's worked with like Bruce Springsteen and Sheryl Crow and a load of like really good names. So
a couple of big names in there then.
But he made it sound so good, though. That's the thing, you know. He just made it sound incredible. So
because you were in the studio the other day, so you kind of having a couple of days out for Slam Dunk, or
yeah, I've been in the studio demoing and writing more songs for the second album for the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to be looking at going into the Posh studio, you know, to record the album, to record the rest of the album sometime soon. It's kind of like when the first album came out, like I just hit the road like so hard and just didn't stop for like 4 years or whatever, and just toured the shit out of everywhere. I went all over like Scandinavia, went over Canada, went over to the States, went all over Europe, you know, and people wanted to hear that album and people were reacting to it, so it was just kind of like everything just sort of like just kept going, you know, but it was through the energy of the people, you know, they were the ones that were making that happen, and you know, and taking me to those places. It was all completely organic, you know, there wasn't a label or a PR company or a booking agent. It was literally just like people power and, you know, an excitement for the songs, you know, people connecting with them. So with the second album, I've got like almost 2 albums worth of material so far, so I'm just sort of like writing as much as possible, because when the second album hits and I go on the road again, I'm not going to have time to even think, you know, never mind writing a new song. So that's the point of what the album's at now, so I'm hoping that it's going to come out either later this year or probably early next year. Yeah, and then I hope to come back to Slam Dunk with my band. That would be wicked. Yeah.
If it went down, you know, it sounds like it went down well. So
yeah, it was wicked. So. Yeah.
I was actually listening to the album, the first album on Tuesday, because one of the obviously what happened, but like it's
Stand Strong Together.
Yeah. Like that one just got me as I was getting to work. I was like, shit, that was probably a hard-hitting song for that kind of moment.
Well, exactly. I mean, it's what I was saying when I sat down. It's about what Slam Dunk stands for. You know, it's about people coming together. You know, despite their differences. It doesn't matter whether you're into pop rock, you know, punk, skinhead, mod, whatever, or if you're a goth. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we all love music. So we're all coming together, you know, for one weekend to enjoy music and leave our troubles behind. You know, that's what music and live music's all about. So, and I think it's important more than ever, you know, especially considering what happened on Monday. You know, so I think that's going to be in the back of people's minds. I think this weekend it's hard to, you know, it's hard to not think about it.
It was weird. I was like, part of me was like, on Tuesday morning, I was like, do I cancel my interviews because it feels kind of wrong and weird to almost be enjoying yourself and doing interviews and, you know, and having fun, but at the same time it's like, well, no, because I cancel interviews, that's the point. That's it, that's what the aim was.
Yeah, they win.
Shit like that, so.
Yeah, they win if you don't have fun and if you don't enjoy yourself, you know. So yeah.
I'll leave it at that. You got anything else to add? I'm happy with that. I'll leave you to it. We've covered everything I wanted to. What's up with you?
Just the way you're
happy with that. That'll do.
I mean, that'll do.
It's like you've got this list of questions and you just haven't asked me any of them. I've just been ranting.
Do you know what? Right, no, because
what have you got on there?
Well, they're kind of covered. It's like album cycle done. Yeah. Before I asked that one.
You've gone about it in a very roundabout way, but you've got the point.
Yeah, I get the point across.
We're still recording, aren't we?
Yeah, we are still recording. This is why if you ever listen to our podcast, this is like 5 minutes of us just like really struggling. I can't close an interview off.
I know, I was there.
Oh yeah.
I'll close it off if you like.
Go on.
I'll be like, my name is Louise Distras.